Hi everyone, as promised, here is a year of crochet and what I've been up to. I like to express myself creatively, and as I wasn't writing or making YouTube videos, I took up crochet, and the reason for that was a friend of mine had made a crocheted blanket Afghan and showed it on YouTube. Not YouTube, sorry, try that again. Showed it on her Facebook page, and I remember I had been taught to crochet just the very basics in my late teens. I usually knit, but I haven't been doing any knitting for a long time because it hurts. My hands hurt with the arthritis, so I figured a crochet hook would be easier to use. So I started with making piggy squares or granny squares and made this first blanket throw Afghan. It's got lots of names. And then I sort of got the bug. So that was the first thing I made, and then I saw a pattern or a video actually of someone on YouTube had made daisies, and I really like daisies, so I gave this a go and made this throw. It's on the swing chair out the front garden. Put it out there when it's nice and sunny. So I was really happy with that, and by this time the bug had really set in, and so I started to think of other things I could make. And I like daisies, but I like sunflowers even more. So I found another YouTube tutorial on making sunflower piggy square or granny square, and I turned that into coats for Candy and Muffin. Muffin's the fluffy one, Candy's the foxy. Muffin's a Shih Tzu Bichon cross. Yeah, so I made their little jackets. Not that I am usually into making stuff for them. And then I thought I'd make Whispering Canadian a wedding present because he was getting married that last year. And my nickname for him is Squirrel, long story. And so yeah, I made squirrels and maple leaves. Then I made this for my daughter who lives in Australia. Pink and aqua are her favourite colours. So she wanted a bedspread, so I made her this bedspread. And that's it on her bed over in Australia, the last picture. And then of course her cat, Effie, who's a chinchilla, lives there with her. So I made Effie a little blanket too. Although Effie prefers not just her blanket, she likes to snuggle up in her mum's bedspread too, which is kind of cute. So yeah, she made good use of it. I miss her lots, as well as my daughter obviously. And this is a go at making a grape leaf. And then I made this for my friends in America, and I'm sorry for the background noise. They were getting married also, and Tyler and Cody, so I made them an American flag Afghan. Took me ages and ages to make 100 stars because I made it double-sided, as you see. And then after that I started making chickens. Don't ask me why. Doilies. I had someone request me make them one. I asked them what colour they wanted, and they asked for an orange one, or orange and white, so I made them an orange and white one. That's the one I sold them. And then I had a go at making a different kind of piggy square. I didn't make a blanket out of this one, I just had a go at doing something different. Then my other daughter wanted a blanket, and she's into Hollywood in a big way, and she asked me to make her a clapperboard. So I made her a clapperboard blanket part of it's knitted, the rest is crocheted. So that's what I made her. And then she wanted some slippers, so I made her some slippers. And then my daughter in Australia, I made this, which she thought was quite cool. So she got that. Busy making everyone things. It was great making stuff for people. And then this was for a little girl who's friends of ours in Poland. She has a chinchilla. So I changed a mouse pattern online YouTube tutorial into a chinchilla just by changing his tail a little bit and making the ears a bit bigger. And then for her mum I made a doily. Wasn't the best doily on earth, but she liked it, so that was good. And then for the little girl's father I made him a Gandalf because his avatar for his Facebook page is Gandalf. So I found a tutorial for that and made him a Gandalf. Even made the staff as well out of paper mache. And then my daughter saw that I'd made the chinchilla, so she wanted me to make a Pokemon character for her friend in England. So I made that. I can't remember what it's called, sorry. Not majorly into Pokemon, so I don't know all the characters. And then I made this for my friend who used to own a rose nursery, which I worked at. That's how I met them. And so I made her a rose Afghan. And then I started making hats. These were quickly sold to a lady that really liked them. And then I made some to sell at our local shop here in my town. And then I made one bisons for friends in North Dakota's mum who's into football in a big way. Good iron. So, and then that was for my brother-in-law who's into his boats a lot. And then this was I made this after watching Outlander. Loved the series Outlander. And then I had a go at making socks. Well, yeah, they look alright, but they stretch very quickly and I didn't have much fun with those, so I won't be making any more. And then I made this virus shawl. It's called a virus shawl because of the way it's made. Not because it's a virus, sounds really bad, but just the way it stands out. And I made this other shawl and gave that to another friend. In fact, the one that had actually got me into crochet. And then I used a mandala online tutorial and made this for my daughter in Australia. I added in the waistcoat part to it, just adding on a few stitches and changing it around a little bit, and made the little button that goes at the front by just putting using a normal button and just adding on the petals with cotton with a and then I had to go at making some different granny squares. I haven't turned that into an Afghan yet, but I made this one for my sister-in-law, and then this one is actually hand knitted with my hands. That was fun. And then friend, the one from the Rose Nursery's daughter, was having a baby, so I made her a farmyard cot blanket. That was a lot of fun to make. Most of these things I got from tutorials online on YouTube. Just type them in and off you go. It's great. Then I made this unicorn snuggle sack for my niece in Australia, and because I was making that for her, she's got two brothers there, so one brother I made this for which he loves sharks, and then his other brother is into trucks in a big way, so I made him a Scania fire truck, just using a photo of a Scania truck, a fire truck, and just sort of adding my own little pieces to it. So I made him that snuggle sack. I was actually very proud of that, and obviously his name's Ryder, So the number plate said Ryder. And then a lady saw me making those and asked me to make her niece a Peppa Pig snuggle sack. So I made that for her. Yeah, so that's all my own design. Then I had a go at making produce bags to save using the plastic bags at the supermarket. And then people started asking me for orders of those. And then I had a go at designing my own little kiwis. And then I went a bit nuts with the kiwis. I found all sorts of things to put them on. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I made those baskets as well as the obviously the motifs to go on them. Then I started making tote bags and putting different things on them. So that one I sold, or a lady had ordered that for her daughter. Yeah, so they were a lot of fun to create. Really enjoyed doing that. Another lady requested me to make this for her granddaughter. And we had a Christmas market in our town and I sold quite a bit at that. This was for Whispering Canadian's mum for Christmas, and I made that for his wife for Christmas, and then I made him this. Those that follow his channel know that he's a sheriff, so I got him to send me a photo, didn't tell him what it was for, and then I went and created a big blanket for him for Christmas, which he was absolutely thrilled with. So, and I was really surprised it turned out the Rocky Mountains are in the back of it. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. And then my other friends in North Dakota, their mum, I made her that for Christmas. And then my friend's husband, I made him the Scream. He's into horror and movies in a big way, especially horror movies, so I made him a scarf of that. And then my friend is paramedic, training coordinator, so in North Dakota, so I made him this heart, real one, well, not a real one, but crocheted one, with CPR on it, and he has it as work. Then coming up to Christmas, I decided to start making a few ornaments, Christmas ornaments, to hang on the tree and to put around the place, poinsettias. I sold lots of these at the market we had at Christmas time. My husband also sold lots. He went to the town next to ours and went around to all the businesses and people were buying them up, which was really lovely to get the local support for the things that I've made. Yeah, so lots and lots of baubles. I can't remember, there were a lot more than that. I can't remember how many I made. And then I made this for my chair for Christmas with the snowflakes on it. Obviously in New Zealand it's summer here, so that was nice. And then of course I had to make a Grinch scarf, which hung over a mirror in the lounge. And then I made, well, everyone will say it's a llama, but it was a llama in the tutorial, but I sort of added a bit more to mine to make it more like an alpaca, because last year we bought 2 alpacas, so I'll film them at some stage and show you them. But that took ages to make, because all the wool in it is about 10 chains each. For those that do crochet, they'll know what I'm talking about. And that's the end of my video. I put the duck at the last, obviously because I'm the duck. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, so I had a good excuse for not being around for a year. I was busy doing these, so I hope you enjoyed seeing them. All the best, everyone. Bye for now.